Hey everyone, it's Monique from NowYou'reCooking.ca, and today we're making Caribbean green seasoning, a mixture of fresh green herbs that's used as a marinade for various cuts of meat and fish. Although each region has their own variation of green seasoning, the most common ingredients tend to be green onions, parsley, cilantro, thyme, onion, and garlic. But the great thing about this recipe is that it could be easily customized to suit your tastes. In my version, I used about 6 stalks of green onion, 8 leaves of culantro or shadow benny, half a bunch of its distant cousin cilantro, half a bunch of parsley, 10 sprigs of thyme, pimento peppers, don't worry, these aren't spicy, 1 Scotch bonnet pepper, which is really spicy, an onion, and some garlic. Before you get started, you want to make sure that all your herbs and veggies are properly washed. No one wants to marinate their meat with dirty green seasoning. Properly drain the excess water and pat dry your ingredients with a paper towel. Now this here is the shadow benny. Apologies for the horrible Trini accent, guys. I tried. Shadow benny, aka culantro, is used a lot in the cuisine of Trinidad and Tobago. It's recognized by its long serrated leaves and can be found in many Caribbean grocery stores. It's similar in flavor to cilantro, but be careful if you're substituting one for the other. Shadow benny packs much more of a punch, so if you're not a fan of cilantro, you might want to leave this herb out. Also, try not to confuse cilantro and Italian parsley, which may look similar from afar, but the leaves have a distinct shape. Notice I'm doing really rough chops with these herbs. They're all going to be put in a food processor, so there's no need to mince them at this point. For the thyme, make sure that you discard any large woody stems. You could strip them by holding onto the sprig by the top and running your fingers down the stem, like so. I love me some garlic, so I put about 2 heads in for this recipe. There's different ways to peel them. Sometimes I cut off the ends and peel the skin. You could also just slam it with the side of a chef's knife, then peel it. Whatever floats your boat. These are Trinidad pimento peppers, also known as seasoning peppers. A little tricky to find in places that don't have a large Caribbean population. There's no spicy heat, but they do lend a great flavor when combined with other herbs. The Scotch bonnet pepper is optional. It depends on if you always like some heat with your food or if you want to control it in the actual recipe. Geez, on my knife, dull. I should really get these sharpened. Once all of your herbs and veggies are in smaller pieces, add them to your food processor or blender. Depending on the size of your machine, you might have to add the ingredients in batches. Remember to scrape down the sides with a spatula to make sure everything is incorporated. I like to add some olive oil to the mix. I find it helps seal in the flavors a bit better. You could also use some water or lime juice. The consistency is up to you. It could be more on the pureed side if you want, or just a bit chunkier. Place inside a resealable jar and your green seasoning is ready to be used in recipes from oxtail to vegetable dishes. Like I mentioned before, there's no official recipe for green seasoning since each cook uses their own mix of herbs to suit their personal tastes. This will last you about a month in the fridge. You could also freeze in ice cube trays, then place the blocks in a resealable bag so that you have a portion ready to thaw out for your future marinades. I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. If you have any comments, please leave them down below if you tried it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, as well as follow me on social media. The full recipe can be found at nowyourcooking.ca. Until next time!